The Man That Corrupted Hadleyburg, Mark Twain's novella 1899, is divided into 4 parts. Here is a summary of each. Part 1. The story introduces Hadleyburg, a small town famous throughout the region for its incorruptible, honest citizens, a reputation it has cultivated for decades. However, an unnamed stranger passes through and is somehow offended by the town. He quietly vows revenge. His scheme involves a sack of gold coins, supposedly worth $40,000, and a note. The note claims that Hadleyburg citizen once gave a drifter $20 and some wise advice that changed his life. The stranger wants to reward that good Samaritan. The person who can correctly recall the remark they made to the drifter is to receive the gold. The sack is left with Edward Richards, a poor elderly bank cashier, and his wife Mary. The couple is tempted but honest at first. Word spreads and the whole town budges with excitement. Part 2. A letter arrives for each of the 19 leading families of Hadleyburg, secretly sent by the stranger. Each letter claims to reveal the magic remark that the benefactor made to the drifter, encouraging each family to submit it as their own and claim the gold. Each of the 19 families believes they alone have received the secret. They all privately compose their claims, convinced they will win. A circus-like public meeting is held, where the claims are to be read aloud and verified. Edward Richards, feeling guilty, tries to expose the hoax, but is silenced when his own name is read as a claimant. He and Mary are swept up in the greed despite themselves. Part 3. At the dramatic town meeting, the claims are read one by one, and the town's horror. All 19 families submitted the exact same remark. It becomes clear that everyone was deceived and that no one in Hadleyburg actually helped the stranger. The town's vaunted reputation for honesty collapses in public humiliation. The sack is auctioned off by a mysterious stranger, the original schemer in disguise. The Richards are spared public disgrace temporarily when an anonymous benefactor sends them letters that make the crowd believe they are innocent. A cruel further manipulation. The gold turns out to be gilded lead discs, worthless. Hadleyburg's pride is shattered, and its leading citizens exposed today as hypocrites, willing to lie for money. Part 4. The Aftermath. Edward Richards is tormented by guilt on his deathbed. He confesses that he and Mary were just as corrupt as the others. They had suppressed information that could have saved the town, motivated by greed. Mary dies shortly before him. Edward dies in anguish. The town chastened actually changes its motto. The original motto, lead us not into temptation, is altered to lead us into temptation. A darkly ironic acknowledgement that Hadleyburg had never truly been tested before and had no real virtue, only an untested reputation. The stranger's revenge is complete. The town is humbled, but perhaps Mark Twain implies more genuinely self-aware. Core themes discussed in the novel. 1. Hypocrisy versus true virtue. Untested morality is meaningless. 2. The corrupting power of greed. 3. Community reputation versus individual character. 4. Mark Twain's satire of American self-righteousness.